just getting ready today. We've got meetings with the accountants today and getting ready for new designs. I've just had another sample in of another new design to make some tweaks and send it back. I'm gonna have to start looking at colours. But yeah, busy day ahead. I know I've said this before, but choosing colours is literally like something that takes me so long to do. Sometimes I feel like, I know I've said this before, but I almost do better like having such a tight deadline that I can't kind of second guess myself. I think when I have time to do it and I start second guessing myself is when it just takes forever. But yeah, I'm gonna make the decision today. I can't wait to show you guys. Good morning. Oh, I'm not going to put my face too close because yesterday when I did it, you could really see how oily my face was. We've got quite a busy day of packing. At the moment, the way that we work, so we don't work from a fulfillment centre, we pack everything here in the same room, and I have someone who comes in to help me twice a week. Otherwise, I kind of end up spending like little bits here and there packing, and it just feels like a more efficient way to do it by having somebody come and getting it all done in 2 slots a week. But it's getting busier and busier, so those 2 slots now feel like maybe need to be 3 slots. So yeah, lots of packing to do, and it's the first day I've got no tights on. But like, ooh, my awful bruise on my leg. I bruise so easily, and I caught my leg on the rowing machine at the gym. I didn't think about that when I put my skirt on. Anyway, need to crack on. Just doing my weekly hair style. Ready for some social media content. It feels like this week has just flown by. It's nuts. But yeah, having to really think about the Easter holidays have completely snuck up on me this year. I literally had no idea that the kids were breaking up a week on Friday, which means then we have to be really organised. I know it sounds like it should be a really obvious thing that I should keep on top of, but because I was a stay-at-home mum for so many years, I just never really needed to factor that in. And I went back to work properly, like full-time, I think it was maybe like 5 years ago, and then obviously COVID, so I was on furlough and stuff, and then back to the office full-time. But then once I was back at the office, my husband was being a stay-at-home dad, so we just haven't really had to think about it. And I just don't know. I honestly don't know how parents who both work full-time manage it, especially with the cost of childcare. Luckily, ours are old enough now that they can be left on their own for a couple of hours, but I don't really want that to be like all day every day during the holidays. So yeah, it's a lot to think about. Oh my god, I had a sample back. A sample arrived this week of a new design, not one of the ones that I've been sort of adjusting, that I've been chatting about. This is a new one. I'm not sure whether I'm going to release it at the same time as the other new design that I've got, but it's one where it actually, looking back at the sort of communication about it with Grace, who's doing the designs with me, we actually have been discussing it since like pretty much straight after the feel good, or even maybe when we were in the middle of designing the feel good. So this has been quite a long time coming design. And when you see designs, sort of flat knit packs, it's quite hard to visualize how it will look. And when I've shown a couple of people the designs, they've been like, oh yeah, it's nice. And then when I said to them, do you actually like it? Because that sounds like you're just saying it's nice because you want to be polite. And they were like, it's not my favorite. And anyway, so a couple of people have said that. And then the sample arrived. I mean, the sample there still needs a lot of work to it. The sample came in colours that they just had to hand, and the placement wasn't right, and the size of it wasn't right. But like the core of it was there. And I honestly, it arrived on Monday, and I was having a bit of a downer Monday, and it literally just made my month because I instantly loved it so much and it looks so good. And then when I showed, my husband was one of the people that was like, it's not my favorite when he saw the design. And then when the sample arrived, he was like, I'm going to hold my hand up and say I was completely wrong. That is amazing and I absolutely love it. And he was like, but that isn't the photo that you showed me or the design you showed me. And I was like, yeah, it's exactly the same one. It's the same photo that I showed you when they sent me a photo of it whilst it's being worked on. I was like, I think the photo was just maybe not a good representation of how cool it is and the detail. And then the other person I showed it to, Isabel, was like, this is literally the coolest thing ever. So we are very, very happy. And then I chose the final colours yesterday, but yeah, it's amazing and I'm very excited about it. And my daughter's really got into like having her hair into like French braids every morning, and I'm really not very good at doing plaits, and I'm really slapdash with those, and I think she feels really like I've let her down in the mother department because I can't do a good plait. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nope. I will see you once this is done, probably in about 10 hours. Looking a bit messy in here. We've just done a big content session and here's all of my styling bits, and I have my mum coming over shortly to help me do some fit notes for a vest I can't kind of seem to get right. Just about to pop out to get some bits for dinner, drop that back, and then come back here to have the fit session. So yeah, busy day. Ace and I are just enjoying a little walk. It's Friday. Already done my run. I'm going to take her back home in a little bit and then need to go back and carry on with a fit session for a new tank. Well, it's not so much a tank, it's more like a vest. But yeah, lots of scratch, there's quite a lot of colours. When I say from scratch, it's like Happy Friday. After a long day, I'm gonna go meet the project. Super quickly. Saturday, been out for an early dog walk. Gonna go home and have some much needed breakfast in my octopus. Gonna take you guys with me to the best garden centre in the whole world. And I know that sounds really daggy and boring, but when you see inside, you'll get it. Isn't that the most amazing garden centre ever? It's like Liberty's, if Liberty's was a garden centre. Also, how weird is this? Charlie always drinks his beer with a shot of tequila that tastes like honey. He has them together.